One small twist. The houses now form a circle. Instead of inventing a brand new algorithm, we'll reduce it to the problem we just solved. Learning to reduce a new problem to a known one is a genuine superpower. It's the same as house robber, but the houses are arranged in a circle. This means the first and last houses are now neighbors. So you may not rob both house 0 and house n-1. Take the array 2, 3, 2. The two ends are now adjacent, so we can't take both of them. Robbing the single 3 gives us 3, which beats taking both ends. So the answer is 3, not 4. Here's the key insight. The circular conflict exists only between the first and the last element. So we split it into two clean linear cases. Case A. Exclude the last house. Run the linear house robber on the range from 0 to n-2. Case B. Exclude the first house. Run the linear house robber on the range from 1 to n-1. Either choice removes the circular adjacency, so each case becomes just the ordinary linear problem. The final answer is simply the maximum of case A and case B. Why is this correct? Any valid circular selection must leave out at least one of the two endpoints, so it's always covered by one of the two cases. To reuse the linear solver, we generalize it into a helper over an index range from start to end. We track just two rolling values. Starting both at 0 keeps the helper range agnostic, and that's exactly what makes it reusable. Now we combine the two cases. Handle the single house separately, since a lone house has no circle. Otherwise, compute exclude last and exclude first and return the larger of the two. The cost? 2 linear passes. That gives us time order n and space order 1. No extra cost at all over the linear version. Watch out for a few traps. Forgetting the single house case, off by 1 errors in the ranges, and trying to encode did I pick the first house as an extra dimension. That works, but the two case reduction is far cleaner. The big takeaway: when a new constraint couples just a couple of elements, look for a way to split into a few cases that each reduce to a problem you already solved. That instinct will save you on much harder problems. And that completes our one-dimensional arc, from counting in climbing stairs, to minimizing over choices in frog jump, to pick or not pick in house robber, and finally, reduce to known. Here, carry forward two patterns, the 4-step ladder, and pick versus not pick. Next, two-dimensional grids where the state needs two indices.